golden iris in front of the offending laptop. He dropped to his knees and opened up his own computer. He scrambled to connect a firewire cable to the dish. Roland ignored Doc, firing his M240 at the coyote, but despite the damage, the remains of the coyote came toward Roland. Burns fired again, and this round blew the remnants to shreds. Roland slid the machine gun on its sling over his shoulder and grabbed the pistol grip attached to the tank of napalm on his back, pulling it out of its asbestos sheath. He flamed the remains, charring it to ashes. A golden spark of light, 4 inches in circumference, lifted from the corpse, then disappeared into a wisp, and then nothing. How many? Moms was at Roland's side as he slid the flamer back into its holster and readied the machine gun once more. 6, 1 down. You certain? Moms asked as the two went back to back to gain 360-degree coverage. Nada was hovering over Doc, head turning to and fro. Yes. A new voice came over the team's net. Got too hot to your west, moving in tight to each other toward you, Eagle reported from the snake, hovering 100 feet overhead. Targeting. Looks like more coyotes. I've got a wall surrounding you at 500 meters. The chain gun mounted in the nose of the snake let loose, firing 30mm depleted uranium rounds. At a rate of over 10 rounds a second, Eagle was not only hitting the two targets with the heavy rounds, the pyrophoric nature of the bullets caused what they hit to burst into flame as the uranium cores released their built-up heat. Eagle fired for 20 seconds, saturating the target. Knowing he had to do more than kill them, he had to destroy them. Nothing warm, but be careful, Eagle announced into the sudden silence as he finished firing. Status, Doc, Moms asked. I don't want any more Fireflies coming through. Getting the frequency? Doc's fingers were flying over the keyboard. His focus was on the data on the screen, ignoring the battle raging about him. He sounded a little puzzled. This one's a little different somehow. Roland, ready the flame, Moms ordered. Burns with Nada and secure Doc. Roland moved to Mom's left shoulder 5 feet away as she headed toward where Eagle had chewed up the ground with his firing. Roland slid the machine gun on its sling over his shoulder and grabbed the pistol grip for the flamer. Intriguing. Doc's exclamation caused everyone to shift attention to him. They could immediately see what had caused it. The golden iris was expanding and pulsing. That's new, Roland said. It's bad, Nada said, but then he said that about pretty much everything. We're fucked, Burns added. A little faster, please, Doc, Mom said. On task, people. Moms moved into the kill zone, Roland at her shoulder, and they mentally tallied body parts as they surveyed through the goggles. 2 dead? Moms asked, which was polite, since she wouldn't specify the number if she wasn't certain. 2, Roland confirmed as he incinerated the remains with the flamer. Did you see the Fireflies? Moms asked. No, Roland said, but Eagle tore them into such tiny pieces they had to have dissipated before we got here. You saw what was left. Moms frowned. Eagle, did you have observation? I was watching, Eagle said. I definitely saw one Firefly dissipate, and they were moving as a pair. It was hard to see with all the rounds hitting. We've got 3 left, Moms informed the team, which wasn't needed, but she was a worrier. Not as much as Nada, and in a different way. Eagle? As she spoke, she was leading Roland back toward the rest of the team. He shifted from flamer back to machine gun. Got one small hot spot about 30 meters to your south-southeast. Real small, but it's moving fast, back and forth, not advancing. It's... Eagle paused. Hopping? I can't get a lock, but I could blast the area. Negative, Mom said. We couldn't confirm something that small when you're done. Moms moved in the direction indicated, Roland at her side. He spared a glance at the rift. The golden iris was now about 15 feet tall and 3 feet wide. The rift was bigger than any he'd ever seen, or any Nightstalker had recorded since the team was formed in 1948. Which was a lot of years and a lot of... Focus, Mom said, as if reading his mind. Range? She asked Eagle. 15 meters. Straight ahead on your track. There was a pause, then he guided them with each step they took. Shift left. More left. Right 1/4. Half left. Roland spotted it and fired instantly. Rabbit! His burst struck with the first 3 rounds, but then the bunny leapt out of his field of vision and the rest of his rounds raced out into the darkness. Moms was firing, and he spun, seeing her tracers arc hard, which meant the target was moving fast, very fast, around them, and she was a fraction slow shifting to nail it. Incoming Nada! Moms yelled. She ran back toward the rest of the team with Roland. Burns made the M203 at the ready, but hitting such a small, fast-moving target with the grenade launcher. He fired, and the grenade flew past Moms and Roland, barely missing them. Nada, having spent thousands of hours in the kill house as a member of Delta Force in his previous life, as if any of them had a previous life, fired his MP5 on semi-automatic, finger pulling the trigger as fast